Hey guys, section of violence here. Just thought I'd go through these plays. Sorry, not plays, predictions for UFC. UFC Chimaev versus Diaz, UFC 279. Alrighty, now let's start off with the first fight of the night. Darian Weeks versus Johan Lainesse. Now, I don't know what to totally make of this fight yet. But what I'm starting to say, is Johan's gonna be able to take advantage of the fact that he's a more technically gifted striker. Um, has more power, so I see him winning the first few rounds. But it's that third round that really worries me, and late second. But we'll see how his cardio has improved, or if it has improved. I believe he has improved, but not totally confident. I'm gonna have to go with him though, by unanimous decision, by stealing the first two rounds. I predict this fight to be close, 29-28 type of fight. But I wouldn't be surprised if Johan sleeps Darian early, because he hits like a truck. We'll see. But that is my prediction. Moving on, we got Melissa Martinez versus Lainesse Reed. Now, Lainesse Reed, she's not very good. She gives up in her fights, and if we're being honest, well, she doesn't have the greatest ground game. I feel like somebody like Melissa Martinez will put up a great challenge for her. I feel like Melissa has much more capabilities. I feel like will be constantly putting pressure on her. I'm going to have to go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with her by unanimous decision or split decision, one of the two. I'm definitely leaning the over 1.5 for this fight. But it's women's MMA. 2 units is what I learned. But yeah, I'm leaning with Melissa Martinez by unanimous decision. Moving on, we have Chad Anheliger versus Aletang. Now everyone's saying how Chad's lost to certain people or something. Look at the guys that Aletang has lost to. He lost to Chiasson, who is 19-4. Casey Kenny, which is pretty good. He went up to a split decision with Ryan Benoit. Like that's a bad thing to look. And unanimous decision, Dana Becquerel, cool. Like all of his wins have been against mediocre guys. Like from what I've seen, Kevin Kroom, like Jesus Christ, what can we get from that? He's fighting someone like Chad Anheliger. Chad Anheliger just put on a clinic, and I mean a clinic against Mahmoud Gafarov and knocked out Jesse Strader. Beat Brady Heistad. Finished him. Like, was that the guy that I like? Oh no, different guy. Thought it was a different guy. But yeah, he has pretty good wins on his record, man. I am not sleeping on this guy at all. I think he's going to sleep hella at 10, but who knows? Maybe he gets a unanimous decision. I'm going on the finish. Chad Anheliger by knockout in the second or third round. Let's go, Canada. People are gonna stop sleeping on us Canadians. Moving on to Norma Dumont versus Danielle Wolf. Now, Norma Dumont is kind of hot. I'll just say it out loud. She's fighting. She fought some good foot level fighters. I thought she'd lose to Felicia Spencer. It was a close fight. She barely won. She won. Aspen Ladd, she beat. Macy Chiasson, she lost to. I think she won that fight. She got robbed, but whatever. Megan Anderson, she got knocked out by. I still can't believe that happened. Sorry, let me put this. Uh, and yeah, like Dumont's a beast, but anything can happen. This girl hits hard. They're using her pro boxing record because her MMA record's so bad, or not so bad. Sorry, it's so non-existent. 1-0 against Tanisha Tennant. Like, I don't know what you want me to expect. I predict Norma Dumont by, I don't know, submission or TKO by ground and pound. What do you want me to say? She has the other girls not a lot of grappling. It's a weird fight. I wouldn't bet it because women's MMA and this girl hits hard. How old is this girl again? She's like 39 years old. She's gonna lose. Norma Dumont, I have her as a 60% confident pick. Let's go. And then we have Jake Collier versus Chris Barnett. Now Jake Collier he's fought a lot of guys. He should have beat Andre Arlovsky. Sherman he knocked out. Felipe he could have beat, to be honest. Gianvillante, yeah, like his last loss, legitimate loss, was to Tom Aspinall. So I think Collier is a good fighter. I think he's one of the locks of the card. That's why there's no really need for predictions. Chris Barnett's a fat mess. He does not need to be in the heavyweight division. He's too short. He's too bad on the ground. I don't know why he's in the UFC. Whatever. Yeah, let's get Jake Collier to finish him in the first or second round by ground and pound. And let's go on with our day. Moving on to a more tricky fight to call. Jamie Pickett versus Dennis Tiuliulin. Now, if we're going by pure heart, I'm going Dennis Tiuliulin. If we're going by given skill, it's a close fight. That's the reason I have to go with Dennis Tiuliulin by second or third round TKO. I think Dennis Tiuliulin is going to be a problem, and I feel like Dennis Tiuliulin is going to be in his face the whole fight. And Jamie Pickett might steal the first round, but I feel like Dennis Tiuliulin's going to shock a lot of people, and he's going to either knock him out in the later rounds or steal a unanimous decision. Because he throws more output. He's always walking you down. He's trained with savages. He fights like a savage. I'm gonna be going with Dennis Tiuliulin. I feel like Jamie Pickett's a timid soul, and against guys who aren't timid souls, if that makes sense. And I feel like Jamie Pickett's gonna have a hard night with Dennis Tiuliulin coming off a hard loss. So he needs that win, and I'm going with Dennis Tiuliulin, the underdog. Moving on to, I believe, my lock of the card. We have Jailton Almeida versus Anton Turkalj. One of the most padded records I've ever seen. Almost one of the most annoying guys. He almost got knocked out many times by this guy named Akio dos Santos, a guy with zero wrestling but decent jiu-jitsu and decent decent striking, and he almost knocked him out. I don't know if Jailton has any striking, but I feel like Jailton's gonna dominate him on the ground, get a potential ground and pound win. I don't see him submitting him, but he might. I don't know. Jailton's a monster. I believe Jelton's probably the lock of the card, in my opinion. If not, this one or two. But yeah, Jelton Almeida by round one or two, TKO. This shouldn't be close. I don't even really need to get into it. And I hate Anton Turkalj, the way he fought. Oh my god, he just wanted to survive. He didn't want to win. I don't know how. I don't even think he got a contract. They just gave him this fight because probably no one wanted it. Moving on though. Hakeem Dawodu versus Julian Juicy J. Erosa. Julian is a ballsy man after coming off of how many knockouts? He's been knocked out in his last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's been knocked out 3 times. Three out of his last 9 fights. So that is at a 33% knockout. He's been knocked out. And I feel like Hakeem Dawodu has that percent to be in that club and make it 4 in his last 10. But I don't know, man. Hakeem, I don't know. I mean, if he plays in a firefight, it could go to a unanimous decision. He could steal that. I just don't see Hakeem losing this fight. Hakeem is going to win this fight, in my opinion, dominantly. But yeah, Hakeem Dawodu is my prediction by second or third round TKO. Um, I feel like it's going to be a close first round. If not, he's going to steal that round just by a little bit. Hakeem, I'm talking about. So yeah, Hakeem Dawodu, let's go. Canada's going to have a good night tomorrow. Johnny Walker versus Ion Cutelaba. Johnny Walker, I can't trust him anymore. His chin is so suspect. He's saying he lost because he was taking CBD gummies and THC was screwing with his mind. I mean, I don't know. It could be true. I don't know, but I very much doubt it. And I'm not going to be putting a lot on Ion Cutelaba because he's not very, I can't really rely on him either. But at least he's trained under a good team. I can trust that he's good on the ground. He can beat the shit out of somebody on the ground if he needs to. And I feel like Johnny doesn't have that wrestling. I feel like Johnny's gonna have a good first round, but other than that, it's gonna be a hard first round. So if you're gonna bet Johnny, I'd bet in the first round. But Eon, I feel like he's gonna just drown him. Beat him probably, maybe even finish him in the third or second. He could even knock him out in the first if it's a frantic first round, but I don't know. Johnny could knock him out in the first round. It's gonna be a weird fight. I wouldn't really bet too much on it. Maybe like a .5 unit on Eon if the odds are letting you. But yeah, moving on. I don't even want to get into that fight. We have Irene Aldana versus Macy Chiasson. Now, Irene Aldana, not only is she pretty hot, she actually likes to fight. Unlike Macy Chiasson, who, unless she can beat the shit out of her opponent in the first round, it seems like she does not want to fight. She'll hold you, willingly hold you. I mean, I guess she will finish you if you're really bad, but you know what I mean. She's not in there to win the fight, like to finish the fight. She's in there to win the fight. And I feel like Irina Aldana is there to finish you. And I feel like Irina Aldana is going to knock her out. TKO, maybe the first round, but I doubt it. I think the um, second round or third round. Irina Aldana by TKO. Her striking is just too. Her boxing, especially, is too good for Macy. Macy's a timid soul. I don't feel like she's cut out for this sport. She's some feminist. Anyways, moving on. We have Kevin Holland versus Daniel Rodriguez. Now, Kevin Holland, no matter how much the guy, I'm not really a big a fan of him, he's a good fighter, man. He's beat so many good guys. I feel like he's going to be able to piece up Daniel Rodriguez no matter how much I want to pick Daniel Rodriguez. I can't. D-Rod is sloppy boxing. He's going to catch up to him with a guy like Kevin Holland. He's already faced a guy like Quan Buckley, a guy with cleaner but more even sloppier, a little less sloppy punches, I'd say, than D-Rod. I gotta go with Holland by UD, maybe even TKO. I don't know, but I feel like Holland's got this in the bag. He's got the better jits, better striking. Yeah, Holland's gonna be a pretty safe bet this weekend, in my opinion. But I don't know. Maybe D-Rod surprises me and everybody and gets the dub. That'd be pretty cool. He's only 16-2. But yeah, that's a great fight. I'm looking forward to it. Moving on though. Um, to the co-main event. Now, what else is there really to say? Tony Ferguson is going to get knocked out in the first round. He's not looking like his old self in the cage, outside the cage. I feel like he's gonna get knocked out. Jingliang's in the prime of his career, and he's looking great coming off a knockout win. Tony's come off a knockout loss not too long ago as well. Yeah, this is all bad sign, bad red flags everywhere. He got to go with Jingliang by first round. I mean, I'm praying for Tony. If he could win, great, but I'm on Jingliang all the way. That's just not even a question. We got to move on for this fight. It's depressing me. I'm gonna go to the main event of the evening to another fight that will depress me. The fact that Nate Diaz and Tony Ferguson weren't, you know, headlining or co-headlining this card is a crime. Like we could have Hamza fight anybody else, bro. Anybody else. But nope, you wanted him to fight freaking Nate Diaz. Whatever. So Nate has literally, especially with the shape he came in, maybe 2% chance of winning this fight. Maybe. Like people are betting on him, like Drake and Nelk, Kyle from Nelk. I mean, I'm not gonna say nothing from Nelk, but like, cause they just do what they want and they're savages. But Drake, fuck, man. Like, why are you guys? Like, Nate has no chance, bro. And Hamzat's gonna run right through him. It's just not even a question. Like, it's just Nate's like just like Tony. Nate's not in the prime of his career. He's done. He even said, "I don't care if I lose." Like this is not a good sign. I want a guy I want to play. Like they're done, bro. Hamzat, Gile, Lang, it's the simple way to go, man. It's just not even a question. Hamzat Chimaev, especially. I have a lot. Like probably he's probably my lock of the card. If not Jalton Almeida. It's just not even a question, man. Like this is a crime that they even have this fight. Whatever though. Those are my predictions. I'm gonna quickly refresh. I have Hamzat winning by second round, Dr. Cut, because I don't see Nate Diaz getting TKO'd or submitted. But it'd be cool if you did, because Nate Diaz's ego needs to just go away. Anyways, let's go. We have Darian Weeks losing his fight by a unanimous decision to Johan Lainesse. I have about 55% confidence in him. Lainesse Reed versus Melissa Martinez. I have Martinez winning her fight by split decision, unanimous decision. So around 55%. I have both of these fights going to a decision, playing both the over 1.5. It's probably a good idea. But with Johan, you have to tread carefully because he has that knockout power, and so does Lainesse Reed. Not to the level of Johan, of course, but she's got power herself. So I'm going to be very careful with the overs from now on, but whatever. Moving on, we have Chad and Aletang. Quickly, I have Chad and Anheliger by unanimous decision or second round knockout. Second round. Um, Moving on, I have Norma Dumont winning her fight by unanimous decision. Or second round TKO. I don't see Daniel Wolf surviving this fight, but whatever. We'll see how it goes. I have Jake Collier winning his fight by second round finish, TKO. I have Jamie Yeah, just joking. I have Dennis Tiuliulin. I have by him by third round or second round TKO. I'm gonna have to go with third round to be safe. Jailton Almeida, I have him by submission round one. I have Hakeem Dawodu by unanimous decision. I have Young Cutelaba by third round. Uh, third round. I don't know, third round TKO in a crazy back and forth fight. I have Irene Aldana by a second round TKO. KO. I have Kevin Holland by unanimous decision. I have Li Jiang by first round knockout. I have Hamza Chimaev by second round doctor's cut. And those are my predictions. If I could rank in order, my most confident. So two at the bottom were probably my least confident predictions. And then my next most confident predictions would be Dennis Tiuliulin at 60% confidence. Um, and then I have Ion Cutelaba at around 65% confidence. With somebody else, I have Chad and Helliger, 65% to confidence, 70% maybe. I'm thinking about, but and Helliger and Cutelaba are my 65% confident picks. I'm moving more towards 70% confident. I would say Dawodu, um, normal Dumont, and Irene Aldana probably, I'd say. And then moving more towards 75%, I'd say Kevin Holland. Um, I can't think of any other. So that's 80% confidence now. I have Jake Collier winning his fight. Um, and then we go to 85% confidence. I don't think I have anyone that high yet. And then 90% confidence. I don't usually do this, but I have Li Jingliang, 90% confident. And then 95% confident I have Hamza Chimaev. Am I forgetting anybody? Oh, Jailton Almeida. I'm gonna have to put 95% confidence as well on Jailton Almeida. Him and Chimaev as my looks of the card. So there's the card, guys. This is a fairly easy card. I'm not gonna overcomplicate it and make it any harder than it needs to be. Let's crush this card. BKFCs are gonna come after the weigh-ins. I have to see what I'm dealing with. These guys haven't fought sometimes for years. I need to see what I'm dealing with. Visually. LFA plays will come very soon as well. I believe tomorrow or the next day. Let's go, guys.